Hello and welcome. I'm Dana Scranton, and this is 8-Minute Wisdom. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about an idea that I think you'll find valuable, and it is the difference between velocity of value and volume of value. Now, as you see in these pictures on the screen, there's an obvious implication here, right? So let's get into it. As a solo entrepreneur, or for that matter, an organizational entrepreneur, the idea of velocity of value is very simple. What you want to do is make your value proposition as clear, concise, and as simple as possible, and then get it to as many people as you can in the least amount of time. Now, why is that important? Because if you truly have fulfilled your entrepreneurial mission of identifying and understanding the needs of the individual who is a member of the overall marketplace that you address, then you should be able to target that particular need with a very clear message that resonates with what they value. Now, to the solo entrepreneur, this is particularly important because you have a limited amount of time, energy, and focus. And so what you want to do is find out as quickly as you can if what you have to offer in the way of a product, goods and services, your leadership, or an opportunity for the marketplace is valid. The faster you can determine that with clarity brings you greater certainty that you then can extrapolate that to expand it to the larger marketplace. Contrast that to volume of value, which in the metaphor that you see on the screen here, you take a ball of spaghetti and you throw it at the target and you leave it to the marketplace to try to figure out if something in that mass of spaghetti might just be of value to them. The probability of that happening is almost zero. Part of the reason is because we live in an information-saturated world where people's attention account is bankrupt. They're going to pay attention to the things that resonate with what they value, what they see as a means of meeting their needs and elevating their lives. If they have to dig through a pile of spaghetti to find it, they're not going to do it. On the other hand, in contrast with that, if you throw the dart and that dart has a sharp tip that is refined with your best knowledge and understanding of what the marketplace needs, then you're going to be far more likely to resonate with one or more individuals and give you an idea how to refine your marketing and your business approach. You don't have to hit the bullseye. All you need to do is to get that dart, that message of value to the target. From there, you can evaluate the effectiveness and you can hone it to the point where you get closer and closer to the bullseye. That's incredibly important. It also respects the individual. Okay, how many times have you seen an advertising or marketing campaign and you're just wondering, what is this all about? When you have that kind of an emotional response or intellectual response, basically what they're doing is throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping you're going to figure it out. But again, as a solo entrepreneur, our mission is to identify and understand the needs of others and then connect them with a means of fulfilling that need. Because in doing so, we are rewarded not only financially, but personally, becoming more competent, more fulfilled ourselves in what we have accomplished by being clear, concise about what it is we offer. Now, let's talk about value. Value can sometimes be confused if you don't give it just a little bit of thought. The value we're talking about here is what the person who is a part of a greater population called the marketplace values. It's what they value that we're delivering. Now, sometimes we have a presupposition that what we have is of value. So we take that and we say, okay, who would this be of value to? And what we're doing is we're now moving what we believe the value of the product is to the marketplace and trying to identify the avatar or the persona of the individual who would benefit from that product. So basically what we've done is said, okay, here's a product that has great value. At least I believe it has great value. It has all these ingredients, or it has all these characteristics. It can do all these things. Now, who will benefit from this? You identify that, and you now move that value to them, and you test it by having a clear, concise message delivered as quickly as possible so that that marketplace, that person, can evaluate if it is of value to them. So that's where the value resides. Value resides in the mind and the heart of the individual in the marketplace that you are serving. Might be intuitively obvious to the most casual of observers, but I can tell you in my experience, all too many entrepreneurs are working on the other side of that fence. What they believe the value is, they lob out there, hoping that there's other people like them out there somewhere, instead of just flipping that and asking the question, who would be interested? Who would value what I have? You have a higher probability of connecting with people who will value what you have in doing so, in following that approach, and that's the velocity of value. So that's today's wisdom. Understand where value resides, get your proposition of value out there as quickly to as many people as you can. Don't be a nuisance, but that many people is a marketplace, right? So that's the message. Well, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you out there on that frontier of possibilities, and of course, in the next episode.